And education is a top priority for the Aquino administration. It in fact has the biggest portion in the 2013 national budget, amounting to almost 300 pesos. So why is education given top priority by Congress in terms of legislation? Joining us tonight is Congressman Juan Angara, Chairman of the House Committee on Higher Education. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening, Bella, and to all the televiewers, good evening.
Sir, you are a major advocate for education. Based on your experience, why is education getting the full attention by members of the House?
Well, I think members are really sympathetic to the cause of education, and since the leadership showed the way, President Aquino has his 12-point education agenda, I think everyone has really rallied behind it. So it's really a case of showing the political will.
And sir, moving on to the K-12 bill, it is shortly to be approved. And how is that going to improve the quality of our students' education in terms of not even having to go to college?
Yes, well, if you read the news today, there was a news item which said that there's a job mismatch. There's a shortage of workers to fill the jobs that are available. And at the same time, there's also a shortage of jobs for non-skilled workers. So that's where the K+12 will come in, kasi yung mga not so skilled na those who do not end up going to college, with the 2-year additional training, libre na po yung training nila. There's a vocational component. They can avail of the vocational component and skills training under the K+12, and that would equip them with at least the minimum skills to get employment.
Okay, and there are many also deserving students who fail to make it to college due to poverty. Scholarships, as we all know, are very limited. How do you spend part of your PDAF for scholarships?
Well, since I became a congressman, I probably put around 3,000 people to college, full scholars. So I would highly recommend that. I think it's a great way to boost to help the constituents of congressmen. And I think government should also increase its investment in human capital, and that's one aspect. If you compare our investments with what the other countries put into education, we still have a long way to go. But I'm happy that at least in the last few years, we've been headed in the right direction.
Sir, moving on, what areas do you think should be given more focus in improving quality? Of course, you said teachers and, of course, their training. Should this be done on a yearly basis?
Yes, absolutely. There's continuing teacher education, and we should strengthen. We have what you call centers of excellence, which are known for their teacher training. We should strengthen these centers. They're located all over the country, and we should reward those institutions which have their own teacher training program by giving them additional budget and giving incentives for that kind of teacher training. But other than that, in terms of increasing the quality of education, I think the CHED has started the ball rolling by closing substandard programs, by issuing a memorandum order which prevents schools from putting additional new courses in certain areas which are already oversubscribed, where the chances of getting employment are not too good. So I think those are some of the steps, and but I think there should be a greater incentive scheme where good performing state colleges or even private universities are given a reward in the form of research money or grants for their teachers, things like that.
And what are the prospects in terms of infrastructures as well, in terms of school building and expanding of the spaces?
For school buildings, the outlook is very positive because according to Secretary Armin Luistro, we should be looking at making considerable inroads into beating the classroom shortage. At the start of the year, we had like a 50,000 classroom shortage, but they foresee that before the year ends, we may have whittled that down considerably, possibly to zero.
And sir, we have to close. A final word from you.
Well, I'd like to thank Channel 4, PTV4 for and we really enjoyed everyone to get behind the cause of education. It's not something that just the government can do. It's something that the whole community must get behind. So thank you. Thanks very much. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Congressman Juan Angara, for being with us tonight.